Dubai is a very good example of this because Dubai is a place where people can look like they're doing something big when they're doing absolutely nothing at all. There are hotels in Dubai, like the hotels I stay at, that are 1, 2, 3 grand a day, 10 grand a day. They do exist. And there are also hotels in Dubai up near the old town where, you know, the laborers and the workers stay that cost $35, $40, $50 a day. That does happen. You could fly to Dubai, and people do this. Men do this with no money because men don't have the ability to just, you know, hit dating apps in Dubai and live the good life. They come to Dubai with their friends. They have no money in their pockets. They have a nice shirt that they'll wear, fine. And they'll take a taxi from their really cheap hotel down to downtown, picture in front of the Burj Khalifa, click, picture in front of a Lamborghini, click. Now they're a guy with a picture in front of a Lamborghini in Dubai. They're a guy who hangs out in Dubai now. He's at the Burj Khalifa. He makes less than $1,000 a month, probably. You know, people do this. They literally clout chase based on location. And that is the biggest waste of time that I've ever heard of. You know, go on a vacation within your budget and have fun with your friends, by all means, and take your mind off trying to be somebody. But yeah, people pretend too hard today. And the effort it takes to pretend short term will make you look richer or cooler or more successful than you are. But if you take all the time that you spend pretending and actually invest it into trying to become what you're pretending to be, you'll get there. But it will take, again, 3, 4, 5 years, and people don't want to do it.
What if I told you that a man who started as his brother's shadow became a multi-million-dollar brand worth millions? Meet Tristan Tate, the master of confidence who turned controversy into currency and built an empire that most people only dream of. By the end of this video, you'll discover the exact blueprint he used to transform from unknown to unforgettable, and how you can apply these same strategies to build your own unstoppable personal brand. Most people think building a personal brand is about having the perfect content or the right connections. They're wrong. Tristan Tate proved that confidence isn't just an attitude, it's a business strategy. While everyone else was playing it safe, he was playing to win. And today, I'm going to break down exactly how he did it. Let's start with the foundation. When Tristan first appeared on the scene, he wasn't the main character. He was Andrew Tate's brother, living in someone else's spotlight. But here's what separated him from every other sibling trying to ride coattails. He understood that confidence isn't something you wait to feel, it's something you decide to embody. While others were asking for permission, Tristan was taking action. The first pillar of his brand building strategy was authenticity through polarization. Tristan realized early that in a world of fake personalities and filtered lives, being genuinely yourself, even if controversial, would cut through the noise. He didn't try to please everyone because he understood a fundamental truth that most creators miss. When you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one. Think about it. How many bland, forgettable personalities do you scroll past every day? Hundreds. But Tristan created content that made people stop scrolling. Whether they loved him or hated him, they couldn't ignore him. And in the attention economy, being ignored is the only real failure. His content strategy was brilliant in its simplicity. While everyone else was following trends, Tristan was setting them. He understood that people don't just consume content, they consume personalities. Every piece of content he created wasn't just about the topic at hand. It was about reinforcing his brand identity. Confident, unapologetic, successful, and authentically himself. But here's where it gets interesting. Tristan didn't just create content, he created conversations. Every post, every video, every statement was designed to generate discussion. He understood that engagement isn't just about likes and shares, it's about creating content so compelling that people can't help but talk about it. This is the difference between content creators and brand builders. The second pillar was strategic controversy. Now let me be clear. I'm not advocating for being controversial just for the sake of it. But Tristan understood that strong opinions, backed by genuine beliefs, create strong connections with your audience. He wasn't afraid to take stands on topics that mattered to him, even when it meant facing criticism. This approach did something powerful. It attracted his true tribe while repelling people who weren't meant to be his audience anyway. It's like a filter that automatically sorts your audience, saving you time and energy while building a more engaged, loyal following. The third pillar was lifestyle branding. Tristan didn't just talk about success, he lived it publicly. His content showcased not just his thoughts and opinions, but his actual lifestyle. This wasn't about bragging, it was about proof of concept. When someone teaches you about confidence and success while living in their parents' basement, it hits differently than when someone teaches the same lessons from their own mansion. But here's the genius part. He made his lifestyle aspirational without making it unattainable. Yes, he showed the cars, the houses, the travel, but he also showed the mindset and work ethic behind it. He gave people something to aspire to, while also giving them the tools to get there. The fourth pillar was consistency with evolution. Many personal brands fail because they either stay too rigid and become boring, or they change too much and confuse their audience. Tristan found the perfect balance. His core message and personality remained consistent, but his content evolved with the times and his audience's needs. He understood that building a personal brand isn't about creating a character, it's about amplifying the best parts of who you already are. This authenticity is what made his brand sustainable. You can fake a personality for a while, but you can't fake it forever. Authentic personal brands have staying power. Now, let's talk about his approach to building authority. Tristan didn't wait for someone to give him a platform. He built his own. He understood that in today's world, you don't need traditional credentials to become an authority in your field. You need results, you need value, and you need the confidence to share both publicly. He positioned himself as someone who had walked the walk, not just talked the talk. When he spoke about confidence, people listened because they could see the results of that confidence in his life. When he talked about building wealth, people paid attention because he had demonstrably built wealth. This is authority building 101. Let your results speak louder than your words. The fifth pillar was strategic partnerships and associations. Tristan leveraged his relationship with his brother Andrew, but he did it intelligently. Instead of just riding those coattails, he used that association as a launching pad to build his own distinct brand. He collaborated when it made sense, but he also made sure to establish his own unique voice and value proposition. This is crucial for anyone building a personal brand. Leverage the connections and opportunities you have, but don't become dependent on them. Use them as stepping stones, not crutches. His content creation strategy was also revolutionary. While most people were trying to create perfect, polished content, Tristan focused on creating authentic, valuable content. He understood that in the age of smartphones and social media, authenticity often trumps production value. People would rather watch a genuine person speaking truth from their phone than a fake person with a professional studio setup. But don't mistake authentic for unprepared. Every piece of content served a purpose in building his brand, whether it was showcasing his lifestyle, sharing his opinions, or providing value to his audience. Each post was a building block in his personal brand architecture. The sixth pillar was monetization without compromise. One of the biggest mistakes personal brands make is compromising their message or authenticity for money. Tristan took the opposite approach. He built such a strong, authentic brand that opportunities came to him, allowing him to choose partnerships and monetization strategies that aligned with his brand rather than diluted it. This is the power of a strong personal brand. It gives you options. Instead of chasing every opportunity, you can be selective and choose only those that enhance your brand and serve your audience. Now let's talk about handling criticism, because this is where most personal brands crumble. Tristan faced significant criticism, but instead of letting it destroy his confidence or change his message, he used it as fuel. He understood that criticism from the wrong people is actually validation that you're on the right track. He didn't try to win over his critics because he understood a fundamental truth. Your critics are not your customers. Your energy is better spent serving your audience than convincing people who were never going to support you anyway. The seventh pillar was global thinking with local action. Tristan built a brand that transcended geographical boundaries. His message resonated with people around the world because he focused on universal themes: confidence, success, authenticity, and personal growth. But he also understood the importance of being present and engaged with his community. This global-local approach allowed him to build a massive international following while maintaining the personal connection that makes personal brands powerful. His approach to content distribution was also strategic. Instead of putting all his eggs in one platform basket, he built a presence across multiple platforms, adapting his content to each platform's unique culture and audience, while maintaining his core brand message. This diversification protected his brand from platform changes and algorithm updates while maximizing his reach and impact. The eighth pillar was continuous learning and adaptation. Despite his success, Tristan never stopped learning and evolving. He understood that the digital landscape changes rapidly, and personal brands that don't adapt get left behind. But here's the key. He adapted his strategies and tactics while staying true to his core brand identity. The how changed, but the who remained consistent. Now, let's talk about the results. Tristan built a personal brand worth millions, with a global following that hangs on his every word. He created multiple income streams, all flowing from his personal brand. He built influence that extends far beyond social media into real-world impact and opportunities. But perhaps most importantly, he built a brand that reflects who he genuinely is. This authenticity is what makes his brand sustainable and what allows him to show up consistently without burning out. So what can you learn from Tristan Tate's brand building journey? First, confidence is a choice, not a feeling. You don't need to wait until you feel confident to start acting confident. Second, authenticity beats perfection every time. People connect with real, not polished. Third, controversy isn't necessarily bad if it's based on genuine beliefs and serves your audience. Fourth, consistency builds trust, but evolution prevents stagnation. Fifth, let your results speak louder than your words. Sixth, choose opportunities that enhance your brand, not just your bank account. Seventh, your critics are not your customers, so don't waste energy trying to win them over. Eighth, think globally, but act personally. Build a brand that can scale while maintaining personal connection. Ninth, diversify your platform presence while maintaining message consistency. And finally, never stop learning and adapting while staying true to your core identity. The blueprint is right here. Tristan Tate proved that with the right strategy, unwavering confidence, and authentic content, you can build a personal brand that not only generates wealth, but creates lasting impact and influence. Your personal brand is your most valuable asset in today's economy. It's what separates you from the competition, what attracts opportunities to you, and what allows you to build wealth and influence on your own terms. The question isn't whether you should build a personal brand. The question is whether you'll build it intentionally or let it build itself randomly. Tristan Tate chose intentionality, and the results speak for themselves. Your journey starts now. Take these strategies, adapt them to your unique situation and personality, and start building the personal brand that will transform your life and career. Don't forget to subscribe to Stovibe for more life-changing content that will help you build the life and success you deserve. Hit that notification bell so you never miss the strategies and insights that can transform your journey from ordinary to extraordinary.